homeboy Pooh Ryder was working at Deathrow. And I
Okay,
would go up there with
that's
him.
my
And that,
next question, Wack. That's crazy. I wanted to know how did after prison you went to Def Jam. So I mean to Death Row. So keep going.
yeah, so Pooh Ryder was working at Deathrow. Him and the
Okay.
realest, which is on the soundtrack. Fuck is that soundtrack? His name was Connecticut on that soundtrack. I always say Above the Rim, but it's not. It's another soundtrack. Um, Him, the realest, and Kurt Cobain, the producer out of Chicago, was living in one of Suge's condos in Tarzana.
Right.
Pooh was in the pen with Suge, CMC. That's how they met. Pooh's a rider. He a baby gangster. My best friend, 5 years old. But he's a fool. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't no businessman. He just a straight rider.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so he like, Wack, take me up here to pick my checkup. So I took him up to Death Row, pick his checkup, and then one day it was an event or something. He like, Wack, man, come on, fuck with me the event. At this time, I had my trucks going and shit like that going. I went up there with him, and I met Reggie, and we got into some shit, and that's when I met Keita Rock from 6-0, right?
Okay.
Salute Keita Rock, he a real OG. He one of the pillars of the West Coast. We're going to get after somebody on that crippin' side when it comes to this. We got to get after him. And me and Keita Rock looked up. He an old penitentiary nigga. He's older than me. And we get into it with Snoop now. He was on
Right.
at that time. And we fighting shoulder to shoulder, back to back. Man, this nigga fighting 8, 9 niggas. My nigga Big Faye from Insane at the time was on Snoop's side. He crossed the hallway, the room, putting in work on us, and we over here putting in work on them. And once the smoke cleared and we get back to Death Row, because I kind of took control. I tell the drivers, get out, homie, we got to move, because I don't know if Snoop and them or them niggas didn't made it back to Death Row before us. They used to be up there. We've just been a serious melee. So now I got in my head, if I was them, I'd be waiting the ambushes on the pull-up. That's how I'm thinking, right? So Reggie kind of seen my movement, and he like, yo, Wack, take my number, man. Shit, once you come around, more, we need a motherfucker like you. I said, I
Right.
can be by in a couple of days, but I want to sit down and holler at you. So when I
Right.
came, that's why Reggie says, when Wack came, he wanted to learn the business. He asked me about how this worked, that worked. Yeah, that side of me is there. But I don't need to live with you. I don't need your car. I had my trucking business, real estate. I was making like 300,000 a year at the time. I was doing all right for myself, right? And Rez told Suge what happened. He said, yeah, homie's telling me about this. I heard his name throughout the penitentiary system. He said, yeah, you might need to meet him when the nigga like smart. He like, would keep him around. So me and
Right.
Rez got a bond. Me, Reg, and Bob got it. And when Suge came home, that's how that introduction was made. So I've always dealt with Suge direct, but
Right.
I was trying to do business. He was trying to get off into the movies and other shit. At the time, I didn't understand. He kept telling me he didn't have distribution, but he did. He just
Yeah.
didn't have universal distribution. He had
Yeah.
Koch distribution though, but he
Right.
didn't want the indie shit because back then it was frowned upon. If Suge would have took that lane, he'd have been 10 years ahead of everybody.
Right. All right. So look, let me ask you a question. When you met Suge, Pac had already
I've
passed.
never met Pac a day in my life.
That's what I wanted to know. Did you get to meet Pac? So you
Never.
never got to meet Pac.
Never met Pac. A fan of his music. Didn't respect some of his character because it was like I got a homie named Frisco Chuck. He with Nick Cannon. Incredible, right? He been down here in our backyard about 15, 16 years. And
Right.
Frisco Chuck is from Fillmore. You don't
Okay.
hear him say blood, cuz. He's from San Francisco. And we call him Frisco Chuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you came out here, I would want you to be who the fuck you are. Don't
Yeah.
have me look up, nigga, and you like, oh, nigga, this is
Yeah.
PACOIMA, right? I'm looking
But
at
listen,
you like
to Pac's credit, he was a child. He was a kid. He was an
a
impressionable
nigga wasn't no kid.
7-year-old man.
A nigga
And you
wasn't no
running with a
kid.
bunch of bloods. You running with a bunch of.
Wasn't
I
no,
don't
it
know. I
don't,
don't know if Suge and them was Suge and them sex money murder. What was they?
never. Suge and them is mob. That's mob PIRU.
Oh, they mob Piru. Okay, so
So when y'all hear Pac say, believe me, this is MOB.
right.
That's PIRU. That ain't
Gotcha.
everybody be saying, nigga, that's
Right.
Bompton, my PIRU.
Right.
Money over
So
bitches.
look, on the East Coast, when he said that, we thought it was money over bitches.
That's what it means.
Okay,
Money over bitches, mob PIRU.
got you. All right. Okay.
Bompton. That's a set, a
Right.
clique. That
Right.
can't. Niggas be hollering that shit. I be like, nigga, you niggas don't know. You hollering the niggas' whole neighborhood. So you gotta remember, Pac was only here 11 months before he died.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right? And Pac, on some real shit, he was the cause of his own death. He was the cause of the demise and the downfall of Deathrow. Let's keep it real. If I'm in Jersey with you, right, and your homie tell me that's the nigga robbed the homie, oh, with 15, 20 Jersey niggas. I don't know if this nigga is the connect, one of your homies' nephews, one of your homies is locked up little brothers. I don't know if this nigga's a killer. Well, y'all know we can't fuck with this nigga. We whoop his ass. He gonna come kill a nigga mama tonight. So we can't just, everybody you just can't put your hands on and let go. You know this shit. You from Jersey. Some real killer niggas down there, right? So, Pop, if you'd have been by yourself, would you have went over there and took off on the nigga? Nah, but you know what you did? Because the homies was there? You ran your ass over there, kicked something off, forced the homies to draw to you. Baby Lane is a known gangster. He's a killer.
Right.
Everybody know that. You can't just let this nigga get away. You see what happened when you let him get away. You see what I'm saying? So from your actions, it's a snowball effect. Now the shooting happens. From your actions, Suge is kicking a nigga. Suge got 9 years joint suspension. He going to the pen. It's G homies there on parole and all kind of shit. They in a motherfucking casino. Niggas ain't doing that in no motherfucking casino, bro. Niggas the time and place for everything. But this nigga, because he on some old entertainment shit, extra out ass shit, right? He does what he does. From that, Suge catch 9 years. He get himself killed. Downfall to Deathrow.
Right.
Right? He did the same shit when he started the beef with Biggie and them. Bro, you know them niggas ain't. They didn't know you was coming. You think a nigga gon' know they got hitters downstairs, hear the gunshots, and come to the gunshots? If I know I got a hitter downstairs for you, right? When I hear the gunshots, my alibi is in this booth. I'm not coming downstairs.
Respectfully, I think Pac, because he had got shot before, Pac was paranoid. Pac was
I'm
paranoid.
paranoid. What
He
that
didn't
mean?
trust nobody. He didn't trust
I'm
nobody.
paranoid every day. I'm powered by paranoia. I'm
Right.
paranoid, my nigga.
Yeah, you
Like,
got to move around with your head on the swivel because you talk a lot of shit on the net.
bro, this ain't nothing. Nigga, I'm
Right.
from PIRU for real. You gotta remember, nigga, when I started doing this shit wasn't in style. We outnumbered 5-6 to 1. You have to literally be out your mind to
Right.
tell a nigga use the blood or use the PIRU, right? This is already my upbringing. This shit is soft. These niggas be talking. These niggas is high. They not thinkers.
Right.
And a
Right.
lot of these niggas, when you run into them, you see the bitch in their eyes. They want to take a picture. I see a
Right.
lot of these niggas want to take a picture because I'm still who I am.
Right.
Right? So these niggas be talking. It be a nigga in Maine with some bifocals on. We gonna kill you. Half the New York niggas talking crazy don't even live in New York.
That's
They in
crazy.
Atlanta, Carolinas, niggas been gone a decade or better.
When you started your label, did you adopt any methods that you learned from Suge Knight and Deathrow?
Yeah, the main thing I learned from Suge is what not to do. First thing first, you can't have 80 niggas around you with nothing to do. Because they gonna do some bullshit. As we see what's going on with YSL, now CMG, you know, we see the shit going on, right? Law enforcement get involved and it's just bad for business. Not to go bully the building.
Right.
Because then they don't let you in the building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, I saw Suge's downfall. That's why I laugh when niggas be talking. I'm like, yo, bro, nigga, I had to put the nigga in hotel rooms. I paid for his mother's funeral. Irv Gotti didn't put him in hotel rooms. If you do the math, nigga, when he caught his case, he was driving a pickup truck. The stigma of that had been gone. The catalog was gone. The company was gone. No residuals, no royalties, no artists. It's just the name. But niggas
Yeah.
is so starstruck. When you see Puff, you know what you're looking at.
Right.
Ciroc, Business, Bad Boy, Revolt, this, that. When you look at Suge, what was you really looking at?
Right.
And I was around him on his decline. So I learned what not to do, and I learned to swallow your pride. And before the fall comes to pride, because he could have took his distro deal with Koch, because he sold Koch half a Deathrow catalog that had 5% of all Urban Acts, Cali, Jim Jones, all that shit that went through Koch back then. Suge was getting 5% off of on the label side. They would have given him distribution, but he wanted to bully his way back in the UMG, and Jimmy Iovine wasn't going for it. That was the rise of Dr. Dre at the time. Wasn't gonna happen.
Right.
So because he couldn't get in there, he didn't take the other move. Where I come from, oatmeal beat no meal.
I like that. I like that saying right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Oatmeal, right?
Yeah, because nigga, if you don't eat this oatmeal, you're gonna die off. Eat this oatmeal, keep you some strength, keep some food on your stomach, and eventually you get to something else.